billion challenge, I said the whole time, I don't really care if we get to it. It's just like a bold thing.
50 million by the end of this year was like crazy, but somehow now it appears as though we're ahead of schedule.
There's so much growth ahead, but you don't know exactly what it looks like. Things are accelerating at an unbelievable rate.
I messaged him and a couple of the other VPs. I'm like, this is the first day of the path to 100 million.
And then at that moment, we were like, okay, now it's time to be borderline irresponsible in how fast we grow this thing. So how do we believe these unbelievable things? Like we're going to grow to $1 billion in revenue, being only 20 million now. I think the lesson to not declare that next time is so valuable that I think for me personally, it was probably worth going through and experiencing all that pain. Just so that I know the next time I feel that FOMO to like, just stick to what the DNA of our company is, you know?
You guys, thanks for being here.
There's a lot of things that make it rewarding to be an entrepreneur and horrible. It's like very analogous to an unfettered sort of human existence, if you want to put it that way. I want to be running a growing, profitable business that, you know, treats employees and customers well and like the product's valuable. You know, it's kind of this thing that you can keep working on and it's helping everyone, you know, and that's what I've always strived for. I don't think that changed this year. It's just, we thought the trajectory was different and we could go a lot faster and didn't really care about the goal, but thought it was an audacious goal to go after. Yep. A company is much more valuable than a tool. Part of bringing Santosh on and doing everything we did, the end result of it was going to be a company, like for sure. You know, part of what we knew we needed to do is do that and like create systems and, you know, figure out, build a machine of people that builds itself, right? Like that's the ultimate kind of goal.
So this is a spreadsheet that I used to use to track our progress at Robly, my first company. And then when we launched Get Emails, I had been reading a bunch of stuff on the Y Combinator blog that was around growth and how if usually when things got bad for people and they got burnt out or whatever, it's because they stopped growing. So they thought a very useful metric to track was monthly recurring revenue growth week after week. And if you focused on trying to keep that consistent, you'd probably be in a good spot. So I tracked weekly growth for the first year and a half, every week. You know, it was interesting to see the growth rate, and I made some notes about churn and stuff beside it. And my whole thing was like, what I'm gonna do is go weekly growth of the new product beside it and see how it works, basically, or how much better or worse this new thing is week by week.
I don't know how this B2B thing is going to pan out, but I think it has the potential to be, I think there are like multiples of what we have now that we can like use what we have to stack on top of it, like sort of similarly to what I did with my last business. And that seems incredible because this one's probably going to keep growing. The beautiful thing about running a profitable business is that time's on your side rather than time being against you. If I'm like really cooked just because of whatever, you have frustrating weeks and you have frustrating days or whatever, I can feel it. It can be related to work. It can be related to personal things. It can be both, right? It can be all of that and the fact that like you had to travel and you weren't eating well and like you weren't exercising. Woo! One. Woo! Static electricity. Your life is day to day, right? Like I have no choice but to be in the day to day when my calendar is stacked. But I think part of trying to live a healthy and balanced life is creating time to step back and appreciate that and everything else that's going on in my life that makes it wonderful, in my opinion. I gave myself Wednesday mornings with Emma, right, as like a sort of ongoing thing that is actually in my calendar. I'm sure some people would look at how I run my life and they're like, you don't give yourself enough space. Whereas somebody else would look at it and be like, you're doing a pretty good job at this,
The quality of a man's life is directly proportional to his commitment to pursuing excellence. I think that goes for anything in life.
Life is infinitely complex. I don't have the answer. We're really trying to figure it out.
Right? Oh, is that for me? Nope. See the fake out?
I was in the original.